All right, dear viewer, many thanks to you for joining us on your favorite program, The Arena, coming to you on Aneke TV. My name is Chris Aniwo. It's time for us to talk politics again today because, yes, of course, it's happening in Enugu State where we saw the governor, Dr. Peter Mbah, defecting from the People's Democratic Party to the APC. So today on the show, we want to look at Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah dumps PDP for the APC. Yes, of course, let's know the political intrigue, issues and matters arising. And to help us do analysis of his own point of view on this matter, we have the former national auditor of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the person of High Chief Barrister Graven.
It's a pleasure.
I
Thank
put it
you.
to you, High Chief, that you're looking good, sir.
I'm coming from the court.
From the court.
Yes.
Oh, you're welcome, sir.
It's a pleasure.
All right, so let's talk now. I don't know how you received the news, and eventually the confirmation came that our governor, Dr. Peter Mbah, will not be leaving the PDP, but has actually left the PDP. How did you receive it?
It's not a surprise because I have spoken in respect of that in this particular station, where I was asked that he's still a member of the party. I said no, he was pretending that he's lobbying to enter APC. It's not. I don't think it's up to 1 month. My prediction worked out.
Was he lobbying to join the APC, or
Yes.
was the APC winning?
No, he was one lobbying, not APC lobbying him. No, APC cannot lobby him. But he was the one that lobbied to enter APC because he's running for his dear life. His dear political life.
Political life.
Yes.
Okay, we'll come to all of that. But then, having received the news and even having confirmed it, what will it be for you now? A welcome development? Or is it a call for concern?
It's both.
Both of them?
Yes.
So which do we start with?
The
The welcome development.
welcome development because it will be easier for us in PDP and other parties to beat him now.
You are still in the PDP?
Yes, I cannot live with him because it is a friend that will make you to leave what you are to a certain other place to follow another person. He's not a friend. So why should I leave him? Most especially when my position in the PDP I've gotten to a level that I'm a life member of National Convention of PDP. Life member. But if you go to APC, you might be a floor member. So what is the essence of rushing to APC? And so many people who are pretending to be following him had certain interest. And by when that interest does not come their way, you see them looking for another platform.
You call it pretending?
That's the serious word I know I've used against in this program and in this station in respect of when they said Peter was a member of PDP. I say he pretends. So when I'm saying that, so many people were there physically, but spiritually they were not with him. They have interest of trying to identify with him at this level. But at the appropriate time, when that interest could not materialize or will not materialize, you see them.
So it's all about interest. After
That is the point.
politics, they say it's a game of
Exactly.
interest.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That of consign. You said it's a welcome development. I'll give you a reason. That of consign is the fact that after PDP has done a lot for him, he now jettisoned the party, saying that the PDP did not take them into consideration in certain things. Which kind of consideration? When you came into office, you locked the door to everybody. Nobody can even access you. You don't even play the politics. Even to the extent that his secretary said, I don't even know my word. I'm not a politician, but you like to benefit from political products.
No, you say secretary to state government.
Secretary to state government.
You made that
Professor Onya, everybody has it. The picture in camera. That he's not a member of any, he doesn't even know his word. He's not a politician. And he locked his way. Only to realize that the tenure, when you think, when you are in office, you believe that 4 years is too far. Before you know it, you see that 4 years is already finished. So when he realized that 4 years is almost going, that was when he now decided to support Udokoyi as national secretary, belatedly. And Udokoyi now, when he started supporting him, then he went into coalition course with Nyesom Wike, who is supporting Anyanwu.
Okay, can we come to these issues later on because of the...
That's what I said. I said the concern
Good.
that I want to address two issues. Is it a welcome development, which I have addressed? That is whether it's of concern, which I have addressed.
Okay, let's go back to the welcome development aspect of the discussion.
Okay.
I want us to go into critical, proper analysis.
Yeah, let's go.
So, as a welcome development, a lot of persons, especially those who are in support of the movement, has called the movement a beautiful one for Ndi Enugu because, according to their own side of the coin, this is going to be connecting Enugu back to the central government since 2015 that PDP left the presidency. So it's time to get the state back to the center where power is domiciled and the APC is actually in charge.
Yes.
Is that not a welcome development?
That is not, no, welcome development with quote and unquote. Reason being the fact that if you are saying it's welcome development, what have we benefited
From
APC?
From APC?
Yes.
You've not been part of APC.
It doesn't necessarily follow. It doesn't necessarily follow. That is even more reason why we should get more. Because you need to get the people to your side. That is one thing. The mere fact that he entered in APC now, whereas majority of people is not with him. How do you think the APC will be favoring us?
Well, I beg your pardon.
Yes. How do you think?
Majority of
yes.
people in
If we conduct any election now as I'm talking to you, you will find out that APC will lose, except the system is manipulated in his favor. APC will lose.
Well, we understand APC has not been...
they have not been on ground here.
Been a favorite of the southeasterners, especially Enugu State. But then it's going with time. We believe that with the governor's presence in the party now,
he has done analysis of how those other people who are in APC have been performing and favoring themselves. We know that of Imo. You know what happened there. You know that of Eboy. You know what happened there. And that is the reason why he started running to that place. To have a cover in a position of trying to see how they will help him to manipulate the system.
To win an election?
Yeah, to manipulate the system in his favor. That is the point.
Are you saying as the sitting incumbent governor that there were...
If an election is conducted today, he will fail.
Because he joined the APC?
Yes.
But if he was still in the PDP, would he have lost his
It would have been easier to mend this situation because it's a very bad situation. The governor has placed himself. The people is not with him.
Can we look at this situation that you refer to as bad situation?
Yes.
What is actually this situation he has placed himself?
Can you assess him? You can't assess the governor. The reason why Buruburu succeeded in second term was very crafty. If you call him on phone, he will pick. Sometimes he will call you on phone. He was accessible. So his re-election was very easier for him. But this one that always like to use indirect way of reaching to people was not accessible. And that was the reason why. In as much as he was not accessible, he's not in tune with the people. Okay, they said he's working. Hotel Presidential, go there. Somebody was telling me, last 2 nights, I gave a lawyer lift. Was telling me during the conference that the room was 300,000. And look at it, it's an empty place after the conference. ICT, how many people will go there? Okay, the smart school we are talking about, GTC, they said is ready. How much is the fee? 200 and something thousand, almost 300. How many of the common people can afford it? Let me now shock you.
Go ahead.
In court today, there was one court I attended. I attended several courts. The judge started lamenting. that there were a lot of, because issue came up that the courts are being pressured because of number of cases, that they have shortage of judges. But unfortunately, you cannot appoint. Reason being the fact that some judges are still in rented houses and then landlords are harassing them.
Judges of
Exactly.
Nigerian courts?
I'm telling you that in the open court, that is the reason why judges cannot be appointed. Because those ones who are already be appointed are not helping matters. One of the lawyers stood up and said, could you believe that magistrate enter Keke?
But then how does that connect to the governor now?
What are you saying? If they have financial autonomy, would they have this problem? The governor, the more money goes to the executive. And they just dish it out the way they want. The governor wants it. The same thing is applicable to local government. I have gone to another sister station, television, to say that the funds of local government are not meant given to them directly. But it's centralized, that it gives them peanuts.
But we've had one or two.
They will not. What would that tell you?
Who have attested to the fact
what would that
they
tell you?
receive the allocation?
What would that tell you? Go to local government and see the development going up there. Can it justify the allocation they're getting?
I think the onus now lies on the people.
No, what is the people?
To now call their.
They will come publicly to say, because most of them may have written their resignation letter without date. That if they misbehave, the date will be fixed. Date will be fixed. We know this is what is happening. That's why I said the man is not in tune. He went yesterday when he decamped. He rented the crowd. And I was meant to understand that most of the people that came from far places were settled around 8 in the night with only 2,000. What are you trying to tell us? We know these things, but they will not. Like, let me give you an instance again. There was a matter day I was in the court. One judge said, it is not the judiciary that is the problem, it's the press. You press people.
The media.
Yes, the media is the problem.
Did the judge give reasons?
Because you don't give out certain things that will help the people. He said, okay, do you know in America they have slums? But we never see it in television. But initially, he was talking of social media that painted her black. He's a judge, he's a female judge. Painted her black, even said one or two things that are not correct. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Anyway. You journalists, one other radio station called me day before yesterday from Abia and was asking me that they said the governor is doing very well. I said, yes, to you people, the public, outsiders. I told him, I'm inviting you to Enugu, come, let me show you 1 or 2, 3, 4 places to justify the fact that it's not in tune with the people.
Barrister Rain Niger, High Chief Barrister Rain Niger. The fact remains that, well, we are.
Okay, can we talk? You are in Enugu. Yeah. Can you go to Gariki and see what is happening? You journalists are causing the problem. Do investigative journalism. You went down and destroyed the place. Guys, find out whether he has rebuilt it.
Is it over the bus terminal? You
go there. You can't be asking me where you are in Enugu. No, you know Gariki. You know Gariki.
Of course.
Yeah, go there. Some people have got to be sent to the grave, early grave, because of that destruction.
That's not the only place that.
No, I'm telling you. No, listen now. I said the number of deaths that his policy has created is bigger than what he has achieved. Jonathan said, my ambition does not want the blood of any single individual. But the number of deaths, we have the records. At the appropriate time, we will release it. How many people have been sent to the village?
But then,
that doesn't want to be sent to the village. You force them to get to the village.
Are you trying to condemn?
Go to Abakalike.
Are you trying to condemn?
Go to Abakalike. I know I said I don't want to say all those things because I don't want him to correct his mistakes early. Because I want him to continue to make mistakes so that by the time we want to make use of it, we make use of it when he cannot correct it.
As PDP?
I'm a PDP member. And I'm speaking as a PDP member who is very happy that he has left the party.
High Chief Barrister Rain Niger, it begins to appear that you feel very much offended at the governor for dumping your party, the PDP.
How can you say that? Because I said that I'm happy. Does the offense and the happiness have anything to do?
No, because I know that we are here, we're on the ground there in Enugu. And,
so are you happy?
We see what the governor has been doing.
Are you happy?
For the past 2 years.
Maybe forget about it. I said these are the elites. These are hotels buildings for the elites. You Chris. Yeah, remuneration for 1 year cannot make you to be lodge in a hotel presidential.
But there are other hotels I could patronize.
Was it renovated by Peter Mbah, the governor?
If it was renovated by him.
Yes, the one you can patronize. No, it was not renovated by the governor now.
It's a fight.
We know quite well that
presidential is not for everybody.
That is what. Is it for the common people? Is it for the common people?
Must be able to afford.
But is it for the common people?
But the good thing is that it has been brought back.
Okay, go there is an empty place. Not to study that it has been renovated. I mentioned it that here, and they were asking me, "Is going to give employment?" I said, "When he always leaves it out, he has mortgaged the future of our people. Most of this is under lease
by bringing back moribund assets."
Okay, what can you do? Which moribund access?
Hotel presidential?
Under lease.
The Niger gas?
Under lease. Go and look at it.
What about the ICC?
And the lease is not even the lease is not even 10 years.
And he came and completed.
The lease is not even 10 years. 30 years. The future of our state has been mortgaged. What are you talking about? At what time do we now start getting the benefit of all those renovations? What time? No, it's a question I'm asking you, the media people. At what time?
Okay, now. So
it's very unfortunate.
So for you, as a result of all of these things you just explained, is that the reason why you feel he will?
That is the reason why we will let him. The issue is that you press people don't like people to know the other side of the governor.
Why wouldn't we if we know?
That is what I'm saying.
So
it's just because
our duty is to keep the people informed. So why wouldn't
sometimes
we know?
Sometimes you have right of investigative journalism, but you can't do it. If you do it, they will disturb you. Why should you publish that? They will disturb you. We have been in government. We know what actually happens.
I'm happy you've been there. Anyway.
We have been in government. We know what happened. So I'm not trying to paint a fake picture. We know you have been in government. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He's not in tune with the people. That's why I said he used Zoom to see people. Now he's doing the campaign. He should bring that Zoom to campaign.
Okay, let's go back to this matter later in the course of the program. But then. So back to what you said earlier on, it's a welcome development.
Very, very.
So why is it a welcome development?
Yes, PDP now will now organize themselves. We want to know who. I was even meant to understand. He left some remnants who is going to be used to be controlling PDP. Why is in APC? He thought everybody is a fool. That we in PDP will allow him to be controlling PDP. Why in APC? With time, he will realize all those things.
But we understand that majorly all of the political appointees, the local government chairman, down to the ward.
That's why I said it was
the counter alongside.
That's why I said it's a rented crowd. Because the appointee cannot say no to you. Otherwise, he leaves this job. But at the appropriate time, when there is secret ballot, those appointees can even vote against him.
Well, until then, we cannot tell what happens.
That is what I'm saying. It is our duty now to highlight those bad aspects which he has been hiding for the people to see and make a comparison.
All right. So now that he has left the PDP, what chances do you think the PDP has against him?
Too many chances. I said there is nobody that cannot beat Peter Mbah that is very serious. If I decide to run for the governor now,
your humble self,
myself, I will beat him. I'm not boasting.
So what's preventing you then?
No, it is a decision that will be taken later. It's a personal decision. I cannot take it now. We don't know. When we get to the bridge, we know how to cross it.
In your earlier submission, you said the governor, is not your friend. But the last time I checked, he's your brother.
My brother?
Yes.
He was my friend. I worked for him. Even some people are criticizing me, you were the one that said I should vote for Peter Mbah. I voted for him.
You did?
Now,
you
yes!
did. Okay.
Yes! I campaigned seriously for him. But when he started misbehaving, doing certain things that ought not to be done, I said, no, I'm very sorry. Even Chijoke Doga, my friend, when I met him in the house of my brother, Uche Naj, when he was with him,
okay,
I had to apologize to him because I am closer to him than even Peter. But because Peter is my brother, I happened to walk. Chijoke said he's going to be the next governor. I said, Chijoke, no, you are coming from the minority. The majority must have to have their way, but the minority will have their say. That's what I told Chijoke. I continue, when the thing finishes, I said, Chijoke, my prediction has it not come to fruition. But when he get to a point when the man wasn't performing well, I went to Chijoke and apologized. I said, I'm very sorry. But if I had known that this thing will be like this, I would have worked for you.
But then we have the same Chijoke dog.
It's his personal decision.
No, now.
But within him, if you go in an enclosure, if he opens up to tell you, he's regretting it.
Regretting?
Yes, he must be regretting it.
Going back to the PDP.
Yes, down to APC.
He has joined the APC
with by force.
Governor.
It's not by coercion. It's by coercion.
We are going to find out all of this in So I was earlier saying that if you say you're falling out with the governor, he's no longer your friend, but he remains your brother.
He's my brother.
The last time
I said so. I continue to say he's my brother.
From the same,
and they look, let me tell you.
From the same ethnic...
Let me tell you. Let me give you an insight.
Both of you are Kano men, isn't it?
Yes, we are from
the same...
that was the reason why... Let's look at it now. You know, where each time when the thing was starting, there was a time, this agitation, that the whole thing has gone round. Let it make free for all. That was the time Ike Kwerimadu was so interested. I spoke severally in the radio. I said, no, we should allow it to continue. The rotational principle, that it helps to prevent certain problems, instead of throwing it open. I said the times without number. And eventually when they said, okay, it should be going to be the turn of Enugu East. Then I said, who is going to be the person for Enugu East? Our former governor came with his own trickish way.
Former governor who?
Lawrence, right?
Okay, the immediate past governor.
Yeah, the immediate.
Lawrence
Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi.
Okay.
Right Honorable Lawrence Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi came with his own trick, allowing 17 persons to contest.
Well, hi Chief Friend Naji. We have signals for us to go on this short break. It's getting quite interesting on the show today. But then when we return, we continue because we just looked at the first point you made, which is as a welcome development. When we return, we want to look at the other side.
The concern.
The concern. So dear viewers, stay with us. It is The Arena on Aneke TV, and we'll be right back. All right, everyone, thanks for joining us again on the show. Welcome back to The Arena on Aneke TV. Before I went to that short break, I told you that we have a High Chief Barrister Rain Naji, who is a former national auditor of the People's Democratic Party. And today on the show, we are doing analysis of the Enugu State Governor Peter Mbah dumping the People's Democratic Party and joining the All Progressives Congress in Enugu State. So we are taking the views of High Chief Rain Naji. So we've heard all you said, High Chief. We've heard all you said. It's obvious you are an insider. You are not just a passerby, but you are deeply involved, in this politics, especially here in Enugu. You've been there from the World Go 1999 when your brother, the former governor, His Excellency Dr. Chimoke Namani, actually came on board. So. And then we understand how aggrieved you may be, being a very critical stakeholder in the People's Democratic Party, that your brother, Dr. Peter Mbah, whom you supported on the platform of the PDP to become the governor of Enugu State after 2 years, has left that party. We understand how you feel, but then politics, they say, is a game of interest. So let's come to the call for consent aspect of the defection?
Yes, call for consent aspect of
why
the
is it a call
defection.
for consent?
Yes, because the people of Enugu was not carried that wrong.
They weren't carried that.
Yes.
In what sense now?
In the sense that stakeholders were not involved in the discussion. Because if he had called the stakeholders, we would have found out the genuine and real reason of leaving the party that has brought you into limelight. He did not call for such. Only he called people who will not say no to him and told them that he's leaving. It has been long, we know, particularly myself, and I always say it here, that he wants to leave. Because he is giving an excuse or reason that it is because the party is not respecting the zone.
That's the Southeast zone?
Yes. I listened to Chief Udokoye, the former national the former national youth leader of PDP, to be saying.
Why are you not addressing him as a former national secretary?
No, he's not former national secretary. He's not. The party has not given him the nod. That was what caused the problem. And another station addressed him as national assistant, former national secretary, and he picked it. It's not true. It was Ayahu. He made mention in that his interview channels that Ayahu left to contest governor
in Imo State.
In Imo State, and he did not resign his position. If I were there, I would have asked him the question: what did you do immediately Ayahu left for governor? You would have, if you're an intelligent person and you want that position, that would have been the time you would have put in pressure on the party.
Pressure through now?
Through the national leadership of the party.
But we understand that the governor, Dr. Peter Nubisimba, happens to be the leader of the PDP in the Southeast.
That's what I'm saying.
And going through him to the national isn't.
No, but as at then, he was unaccessible now. Probably he didn't reach him there. Like I told you, he was very unaccessible. Because look, using Zoom, as at that time, we have ears on the ground.
Hi, Chief Friend Naji.
Yes.
Have you at any point in time within these past 2 years of Peter Mbah being in office as governor made efforts to see him at the government house?
No. Look at what
you were turned down.
No.
You asked to go and meet him on the Zoom.
Yes. Yes, I have done that.
You've had a personal experience with him?
I've written a letter that I want to have audience with him for the purposes of trying to tell him one or two things that I discovered that was wrong. That was the time this sit-at-home Monday issue was on. Eventually, because he didn't give audience, I had to write him to tell him this sit-at-home is bigger than what he sees, the way he wants it, because initially he wanted to make it an automatic that everybody should always be coming to work. Even to the civil servants, they brought out that time book. If you fail to come on Monday, you'll be in trouble. I wrote him and said, look, this is a systematic thing that will go with time. That the thing has started going out before he started enforcing this thing. People were started coming out gradually, as at that point in time, before this issue of enforcement brought by him that made some people to.
But then
so what I'm saying, the fact is that we used to communicate. I told him that, look, I'm here to criticize you when you don't do well. I will commend you when you do well. If I know that you ask me this question, I will get you some letters he has written to commend my commendation. But if I criticize him, he will not write. That's to tell you.
All right. Okay. All right. So.
Look, let me tell you, we have been in an office. In 1997, when I was local government chairman, I don't know what Peter Mbah was. The governor now, I don't know what he was. I was local government chairman under the military. Late Colonel Sulaman. I was among the few chairmen that I always tell my governor, this is not correct. As a military man, So what is a civilian? So why can't I tell him the truth? Let me be frank with you. If you're in office, if you don't get people who will tell you bitter truth, you are doomed.
Okay, now, back to the matter. Udoke, gone in to become the national secretary, and we understand that he had the backing of the governor, Dr. Peter Mbah, who happens to be the leader of the PDP then, while he was still with the party. He made frantic efforts for the National Working Committee to accept Udoke as the national secretary, but then the courts, which is your jurisdiction as well, they don't help matters.
How?
Yes, of course, we know the stories from the
The
High
court
Court
interpret
to the Appeal Court, and eventually to the Supreme Court. And what did the Supreme Court say about the matter?
The court interpret differently from what the law says.
The Supreme Court just threw it back at them and said,
no, the Supreme Court,
it's an internal affairs of the party.
That is it. Party issues.
Party issues.
Is an internal, except there are issues that can be resolved without delving into the internal affairs of the party. The party will resolve it.
And they said
the court will resolve it.
They said go back to status quo. So what was the status quo?
The status quo was Ayawu being the national secretary as at then, because they made a mistake. Immediately Ayawu left for this, they would have put in a pressure to put in another person. They allowed the deputy national secretary, who actually, among the deputies, is the only person that maintains an office in national secretariat. I'm talking as an insider. They allowed the deputy national secretary to be presiding. It was then the Bioko, that was what I said, would have moved in and put pressure that they should, Ayawu should sign, bring a resignation letter. Because during that time, the thing was happening. They couldn't produce any letter to show that Ayawu resigned. They could not. It was a lacuna. He created that vacuum so that if he fails, he will run back.
Ayawu created.
Yes. And as at then, Peter has not started, the governor has not started playing politics. His interest is to build edifice for the elites so that he will make some money for himself.
Why not rather put his interest was to develop Enugu?
What do you mean? If you don't do that, you can't make money for yourself. I'm talking as an insider. We have been in office. If you don't build all those things, you cannot make money for yourself.
Let's have that matter for another.
No. You are the one that raised the issue. We must have to conclude it. Why should we leave it for another day? Why? Tell me reason.
Let it be a matter for another day.
Why? Tell me, because why did you raise it?
Be able to,
why did you raise it?
So that we don't get into an area that we may not be able to finish before the time signal becomes.
Okay.
So,
away
from there now, if Peter Ndobisi Mbah, the governor of Enugu State, His Excellency, were to sit back at PDP, will his chances of returning as governor still be guaranteed?
No.
Going by the
no, because he has stepped on toes.
Whose toes?
Nelson Wike. And the reason why is because of this issue of he doesn't play the politics, he doesn't know the game. Because if I were him when he came out lately to support Udoke. Lately. And if I were him at that point, what he would have done is to be friend to two. Give this one money, give this one money. So that at the end of the day, anybody that wins. But societal mission. He went on a societal mission. It must be Udoke or no Udoke. And he knew quite well that no, it's not deceitful.
Is that why?
That is playing politics.
Is that why they call?
That is let me tell you. That is the reason why he now has a collusion course with Joseph Wike, who is more experienced than him.
It's just about being experienced. What about the fact
Wike has interest in Ayawu. He has interest in it. So they wanted to know who actually we.
What about the fact
we have this?
What about the fact that
we succeed at the end?
Wike has hijacked the PDP to himself as his personal business and decides whatever happens within the party.
Because he was spending his money funding the party when he was governor. And every other person pretended as if they didn't know. He spent his money. He's part of the person that put Damagu.
The national
chairman now. He was a part of the people that put so many of them. And they were doing it because he was using his money to do it. Then people were feeling, thinking that he's a fool. He didn't know that he was planting to harvest the next day. And that is what he's harvesting now.
So is that the reason why he's holding the PDP to ransom and the PDP cannot
Because he
stand
succeeded
for
in
him?
putting some. Why Peter went on a social mission? Because he knew quite well that if he put Okoye there, his nomination is guaranteed. Yes, because there is no correspondent that will leave the party to anywhere without the national secretary. To anywhere without the national secretary, especially to INEC. Because you might be having hope spending your money. At the end of the day, national secretary and national chairman will go and submit the letter. You wouldn't know. By the time they will publish it, it will be late for you to correct. We have been inside that.
So that
Have you forgotten that I was former national auditor?
but that's the
For 2 years.
That's the introduction.
For 2 years. We know
That's his introduction.
then we know
Told
the
you
workings
yourself
of the
yourself.
party. We know the pockets of. That's why I said it will be easier to beat him. Now I know why I'm saying that. It's very easy.
High Chief Barrister Naji, aren't all of this justifying the fact that it was time for Dr. Peter Ndubuisiba to walk away from your party, the PDP?
He's doing it on personal ground.
Considering the crisis, considering the
No, we
considering
know.
the fact
No,
that
obviously.
Udoko is
I must let me
has
tell you.
not
Obviously,
been
no.
accepted by the
Let me
National
tell you.
Committee of
Let me
your
tell
party
you.
to be the national
No,
secretary.
he are making of talking of
Considering
Udoko.
also the fact
Listen,
that his own Wike is still holding
no,
the party
let me
to
tell you.
swear.
Wike made use of Udoko to remove Secondus when he was national youth leader. He led some.
Before the
he led-
2023 election.
Yes, he led some opposition to remove. When Wike was the one that appointed
Uche
Secondus.
As the national chairman.
Yes, when is Uche Secondus, he believed Uche Secondus has started overgrowing. He grew bigger than the people that appointed him. He now plotted his removal. And he succeeded in removing him. He used this Ugodoko, who created problem for Uche Secondus. At the end of the day, the man was removed before Yochai was brought in. He was paving his way for his presidential election, primaries. So what I'm saying, the fact is that as at that point in time, Peter, the governor was not interested in issue of the party politics. It is by the time it dawns on him that, oh no, we are going for re-election. And the best bet, if you don't have anybody in the national secretariat, you are wasting your time. That was when it started belatedly supporting Udoko. And then Wike has interest in Anyanwu. And as a result of that, because Wike has other people in the national leadership of the party. Not only, even Damagu is his friend. He was part of the people that put him there. He has nobody in the national secretariat. He might be spending all his money, but he won't get anything at the end of the day.
So
because in politics of Nigeria,
he needed a better
if you
option.
don't have an insider, an election can be scheduled to hold in this studio. But in the dying minute, it will be taken to another studio to hold. But because you don't have an insider, you won't be told to do that. Let me digress a little.
But for want of time,
Yes.
be quick with
The former chief of staff in Enugu State, in former Obodo, when he wanted to contest for Senate, what happened with the Gilbert and she was in the stadium with her retinue of supporters and the rest of them. Why the primaries was done in Nkonike? And she was there. Somebody came and said, Madam, what are you doing here? The primaries has been concluded. And the candidates are emerged.
Isn't that part of the problem?
So that's what I'm saying, that
Why
if you're not an
people-
insider, if you don't get an insider,
Why people feel that your party, the PDP, has really not done well for
APC is doing the same,
A lot
even
for
worse
democracy.
things. APC, most of the parties are guilty of that. It's not only PDP. If you don't have an insider who will give you information, this is what is going to happen. Your head will be shaved in your absence.
Okay, back to the matter again. We have a few minutes to go on the show. Barrister Naji. PDP will be having her national convention next month, November.
By the grace of Almighty.
What are we expecting? We'll begin to hear of some litigations against that convention
No,
already.
some litigations, fine. But I don't think anyone can stop the convention. But if anyone stops it, it does not mean that it will not hold again. The only thing it can do is to shift it until that issue of the court is determined. Then you can do it. And INEC will be aware that the court has stopped it. But I don't think that court will stop this one. Though there are movements to make sure that it's stopped.
We hear that Wike is threatening.
It's threatening because he said there are some congresses, even Odefa, who said they are parading as the vice chairman of the Southeast, is not the one they elected. They have suspended him, they have expelled him, so many things of that nature. Then that of South-South, that the Congress done for the South-South was not recognized by the national leadership of the party. These are the issues. And Wike is doing bidding for APC, for the president. And he has not hidden it, that he is going to support the president. He said so.
So it's obvious Wike is larger than the rest.
It's not as if he's larger. The problem the party had was that even with that, the former vice president and the big wigs in the party who left for ADC, they allowed Wike to get to that point that is very difficult for them now to checkmate. Because when he started, okay, the same thing played out when Amadou Sheriff, before 2019 election. Similar thing.
The former national champion.
Yes! But because Makarafi, who was brought in as acting national chairman, the matter went up to Supreme Court. You could remember?
Yeah, that's right.
He was faced frontally when they discovered that he came for a different dimension, a different motive. They pursued him and fought. These people left Wike to grow larger than life. The people that ought to have done. If I were there, the national secretary or my being national chairman of the party, by court would have pronounced the statute of Wike. Supreme Court would have said whether Wike is still a member of PDP or not. But they allowed the matter.
And probably
until you get to a point that Wike is very difficult to be controlled.
And
now.
Probably that's why your party, the PDP, has not been able to reward the Southeastern people.
No, let me tell you.
With the presidential.
No, let me tell you.
Your party has gone.
They cannot blame the PDP. You cannot blame the PDP. I said anybody blaming PDP that time is making a very big mistake.
So
because those, the G5, most particularly my former governor.
The man of integrity.
My former governor, Right Honorable Lawrence Igwai, should be blamed. Former governor of Benue, Otom, should be blamed. And some members of the Igbos, the Igbo governor, Ikpazu
of Abia.
Yes.
Former governor.
Yes. They were members of that zoning committee.
What role did the Oyo State governor do?
Makinde. You cannot hold it to him because he's not from South. He was not from Southeast. That's why I didn't want to mention. He was just a member as at then. What I'm saying that those members from Southeast who are members of the zoning committee, what did they do? What did they do? With all due respect, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar said, if we want to zone this matter, this position to the south, which Wike was amplifying belatedly, you microzone it to the southwest that had not tested the position. And if you zone it to southeast, I will step down. I will not contest.
Alhaji Abubakar Atiku said that.
Yes. What Utom did, because they know if they microzone it to southeast, they have quietly sent Wike out of the contest. You see it? That was why they say we are going to throw it open, believing that Wike will succeed with his big pocket. That's why I said that we are blaming them. At the end of the day, when they failed, they now realized that the South was not remembered. Oh, that was a belated cry. And I was saying no.
But then
when Igwai was there, no.
They remain members of the party.
To do damage control.
Well, they are members of the PDP.
To do damage control.
They are not of the APC.
No, they do. Ugwai was said to have been among those people who come to APC. Because Peter, the governor, was mentioned he is there. But I know why he is there. Because of the vacant position of the minister. So that as a APC...
Maybe this will be a matter for another day.
No, when you raise certain issue, you cut it. You raise certain issue, you cut it. What? No, if that is the case, don't invite me here. I will not come. I will not come.
Because time is up. Our time is up. Apologies. Our time is up. Hi, Chief Renaji. We will have you again and again.
No.
So that we dwell more on some of the
No, but when you bring me here, you just cut the discussion halfway. It's not the best.
Apologies.
Okay, it's a
well, it's no longer news that the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mbah, has dumped the People's Democratic Party for the All Progressives Congress. So we watch as it begins to unfold politically. Let's know the next way to go, because the governor, quoting him, his speech at Opera Square, said, "This is about Ndi Enugu." So we're going to see how much it brings for Ndi Enugu. Hi, Chief Naji. We appreciate you for coming.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Former National Auditor of the People's Democratic Party. And my name is Chris Anibog, saying bye for now.